Hi Bob, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free website audit for LEM Landscape and Concrete in Colorado. In this free SEO website audit provided by G3 Agency, I'm going to show you 3 to 4 things that you can do to get LEM landscape and concrete in front of the people who are searching for concrete and landscape services in the Denver metro areas. So like I said on the phone, I don't expect anything in return for this video, but I would love some feedback on whether it was helpful and whether it was clear, so that I can always improve them for the next person, and to see if you learned anything. So I'm going to jump right in. The first thing that I always look for when I land on a website to do an audit is a big click to call phone number here. You do have your phone number listed here, and that's good. I would make it a bit bigger, and I would also make it a click to call. The reason for this is that 70% almost of visitors will be on their phone, and it may seem like a small change, but that can actually increase the amount of people who call after landing on your site. The second thing I always look for is content. How many words are on your home page? And are they relevant, and also how are the images saved. So if I click Control A and Control C, that copies all the words on your page, and I can throw them in here, and I can see you have 100 words, exactly 100 words on your home page. So that's not enough. We really recommend to our clients that they have a minimum of 3,000 words on their home page and 1,500 or more words on the other pages. And if I click over here, say landscaping, I can see you don't have very many words on these. Oh, this is a page not found. Yeah, you don't have very many words on this page either. And then if I right click on an image, click Save Image As, I can see that this was saved as this string of numbers here. That's not helping. What you want to do is save these pictures again, but save them as key phrases that people are actually typing into Google when they're looking for your services in your service area. I'll show you how to find out what keywords are best in a moment, but first I want to show you this is Ahrefs. This is a tool that my agency uses, and it's one of my favorite things in the world. What it does is it gives me an in-depth look into how a website is performing. It's one thing for a website to look nice, it's a whole other thing for it to actually function as a lead generation machine, which is what I specialize in. Okay, so I've put your website in, and here is your UR and your DR scores. What this is your UR or URL rating is from 0 to 100. How trustworthy does Google think that this exact web page is? So in this case, it's your home page. And then your DR score or DR or domain rating is the same thing, but for your entire website as a whole. So sorry, that distracted me. So these are pretty low scores, but they're pretty typical for when I do these audits. Okay, so you see these two numbers here. Oh wait, here, your backlinks and referring domains. So a backlink is any link from another website on the internet that points back to your website. A referring domain is a website that has at least one of those links pointing to your site. So you have 11 different websites out there pointing to your site, a total of 52 times. Generally, you do want to increase this number, but you want to be careful because links from websites that are irrelevant or that have low scores here are going to drag your credibility down, whereas a good link that would help to increase your credibility would be one that is from a relevant site, something that's in your wheelhouse, you know, having to do with home improvement and remodeling and landscape and those kinds of things. And then also from websites that have higher UR and DR scores, and that will help to increase your credibility. Okay, so let's talk about keywords. A keyword, or maybe a better word would be a key phrase, is anything that a person could type into Google and have you show up in the first 100 results. Unfortunately, being in the 11th result is just about as bad as not showing up at all, since almost nobody goes to the past the second page of Google. I mean, past the first page of Google onto the second page. So the first page only shows the top 10. So if you're on the 11th spot, you're really just not going to be seen very much. Which is why you can be showing up for 8 organic keywords already, but only have 7 organic traffic. Okay, so we're going to click on this and see what words you're coming up for. So you're coming up for your own name. That's good. And it looks like 20 people are searching for that every month. Landscaping Lakewood CO, 150 people are searching that each month. It's got a KD of 0. So on a scale from 0 to 100, how difficult does Ahrefs think it would be to get to the first page of Google? This is a 0 out of 100. So Ahrefs thinks that would be pretty easy to do if you were able to put in the time and the effort to make it happen. You are currently sitting at the top of the 4th page. So you've got a bit to go, but you are increasing in that way. So it's possible that if you keep that momentum going, you could end up on that first page if you follow the directions and put in that effort, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you some keywords that I think are going to be even better for you. Colorado Springs Landscaping Companies, for example, has 200 people who are searching for it each month, and it's got a KD of 8. So that's a bit bigger. I'd say that other one is actually an even better keyword, but this is the one I chose for this demonstration because it's got the 200 here and it shows up on this page. Colorado Springs Landscaping. So basically, in order to get this page, this list of keywords, I put in a bunch of different areas, and then I put in a couple of different services in here. And I said don't include NC because that's North Carolina and that's not you. So I guess there's a Denver, North Carolina as well. So we have this keyword here, and so if I throw this into Google, Colorado Springs Landscaping Companies, this is what I get, and this is what those 200 people about every month are going to see. So we have the map pack. Usually there's some ads at the top here, but none are showing up currently. How you end up in the map pack is a little bit different than how you end up in the organic results. So this is a special area. How you get into this area is by with citations. So a citation is similar to a backlink, and that's a reference to your business, and it helps with your credibility. But instead of it being a link and pushing you up the organic results, it is a mention of you specifically by name, address, and phone number, and it's got to be the same name, address, and phone number that you have on your Google My Business listing. So make sure that your GMB or Google My Business listing is accurate and up to date, and then go make sure to put that information out on different directories like Yext, CityStar, White Pages, Yellow Pages, Facebook, etc. And that will help to increase your credibility with Google on the map and push you further to the top. And if you end up in the top 3 results for any particular keyword for any particular area, then you will end up here, and that will help to increase your calls and your conversions. Okay, so none of that though is as exciting as being in this spot here. This is what's called the #1 organic search result, and it gets an average of 31% of all the traffic. And this one actually is a blog post instead of a local result. Google would prefer to show a local result over a blog post if it can help it, because I mean, directories are great, but local results are really the meat and potatoes, right? So I compared you with this landscaping, timberlinelandscaping.com, which is getting that second place because this first one is a blog post. So we're going to want to blow them out of the water in order to get past that blog post as well. But here we go. Okay, so now we're looking at this competition, and basically what we want to know is, why are they showing up in the first page? Why are we not showing up? What can we copy from them, and what can we do that better than them? So we're going to look down here. We're going to see, okay, what content do they have? It looks like they have decent amount of content, but they're still nowhere near that 3,000 minimum. And then their images. Are they taking advantage of the way that they're saving their images? So let's find one that's just a normal image, like this one should be. Maybe not. Save image. There we go. And this was a free image from pexels.com, and it's definitely not. It doesn't have those keywords in there. So that's one way we can get ahead, is by increasing the content on your home page and your other pages, as well as making sure that the images are optimized as well. And then if I throw them in to Ahrefs, we can see their scores. They've got a more balanced score here with 37 and 31. So that's looking like pretty good. So we're going to want to have to outshine them pretty hard on that one. And then it looks like they have been increasing their SEO over the last couple of years. So they're going to be a little difficult to outshine, which is why we have that 8 instead of that 0 on the keyword difficulty for this keyword. Is because of these referring domains and backlinks. This may seem like a lot. It's a good chunk, but it's not terribly impossible to outdo. And then we have organic keywords, and this one's actually kind of fun. So if we click on that, we can take a look at everything that they are showing up for. So they're showing up for Christmas lights, Colorado Springs. If that's something that if someone was looking that up, and that would help you, I would say go after it, but I don't think it is. Landscaping Colorado Springs, though, it's pretty good, and it's got a keyword difficulty of 11, which is a little bit higher than even the one that we were looking at just now, but it's got a volume of 500, so you kind of have to weigh that. The higher this number, the higher the keyword difficulty, the longer it's going to take to rank on the first page of Google for it. But the higher that the volume is, the more worth it would be. So it's kind of a balance game there. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation. Here's my phone number and my email address. And just a real quick recap for you. You want to increase the content on your site, 3,000 words minimum on your home page, 1,500 words or more on the other pages. You want to implement more backlinks with some coming from high credible, highly relevant sites. And then you want to add citations to different directories, your name, address, and phone number in order to increase your credibility on the maps, and so you can end up in that map pack and increase your calls. Okay, I hope you found this information helpful, and I do hope that you reach out to me and let me know what you thought of it and if I can improve it in some way. Thank you so much for your time, and bye.